Phokhara Avengers. Yeah, quickly got onto this one. Nice little swivel. Ah! This man's been brilliant. Lovely catch, young man. I think the first crowd catch. Of course, he's one of the ball boys, maybe one of the volunteers. And there he is. You know, he's done something nice there beyond the ropes.
Well, then the skipper walked in on a golden duck under pressure, could make out the nervous energy and straight away playing across the pad. Once you put your pad so much across, the bat has to go around it. And if you miss it, you're absolutely plumbers. He was palpably in front. Burtel, a second golden duck for him. A king's pair, as they call it.
Oh, he's got a leading edge on this one. We'll just elude
the fielders. Two of them were converging towards it. He's living dangerously, Rossington. You've got to admit that. But that's how he plays his cricket.
Well, that's fine. It was in the slot. He had to play the shot. Just a little top edge, perhaps lack of pace in this pitch. But a lot of work for particularly Adam Rossington now. He's played 17 deliveries, so he's set 2 4s, 1 6. You know, he'll need to really farm the strike a little from Sumit Verma and take them to that score of at least 35, maybe 40 in the next couple of overs. Play the next phase really well. The phase between 7 and 5, very important. 5 done, 22 for 2.
Well, real trouble early for the Avengers. Poor old Kushal Bertel started the tournament so well. Back-to-back Golden Ducks. And for I think the first time this season, maybe we've had 1 or 2 other hat-trick balls. I can't remember them. It's time for a hat-trick ball. Can Shermala do it? Get his name up in lights. Big moment. Rossington on strike. Rossington doesn't know it's a hat-trick ball. He slog sweeps it for 4. Got to love the modern game, Hilton Ackerman.
Now still in the power play here, so only 2 men allowed out. Granted, both of those are on the leg side, but Rossington has picked an area that he likes. That deep mid-wicket. Well, either it took him an over to forget that there was a hat-trick ball, or he's not bothered at all.
I think probably the latter. Oh, now is this outside the line? Just. I think this replay will show this is close, but the right decision, given that out.
Just outside the line, maybe.
He's got something, doesn't he, Shermala? Mystery spin, the modern game. He has his own method. Very confident young man. There might have been just a little bit of bat involved. Even if there wasn't, I think he's outside the line.
The mystery spinner.
Yeah, so I had Shermala on I do a little rap at the end of each evening just to try and actually remember what happened during the day, because the days are so frenetic. Oh, brilliantly bowled again. He's causing all sorts of problems here, isn't he, Shermala? Has this come off the batch or the pad? He's got himself in a horrible position, Verma.
I think height. I think going over leg stump.
Come on, boys! Come on, boys! Two more here, boys! Come on, lads!
And what he was explaining to me at an interview with him was that he's got two different carom balls, an arm ball, so that's that little in-swinger we've seen there. The carom ball will flick away, but in two different varieties. He only bowls the off-break to left-handers. He says he basically never bowls his off-break to right-handers because then the ball is turning in, going into the hitting arc. Amazing how T20 has changed the game. An off-spinner who doesn't really bowl off-breaks. Again, little carom ball, great over. 5 off it. He's got 2 for 9. It's 27 for 2. End of the power play. Gulbury Naib will come into the attack. Fourth bowler to be used. I was doing the build-up out there in the crowd with Jess Crow HD, and well, I haven't got many predictions right this tournament. I'm going to stick my hand up for once. I thought the Avengers were favourites coming into today, but they've got themselves in a tangle. Are we finally going to see the real Lumley Lions?
I was a little bit surprised at the decision to bowl first. And this is good running. Good running. A direct hit would have been interesting. But it's the energy and intent that's required here, because they are a little bit behind of where they need to be.
A little bit slow on the turn there, wasn't he? And you just saw 2, maybe 3 nervous looks over Rossington's right shoulder. He's a good batter to watch, isn't he? He's played down in the SA20 with good success. He's played all around the world. When he gets in, he can tend to go very big indeed.
I know what you're saying about Shermala, and he doesn't bowl off spin to right-handers, but I think sometimes we can get a little bit too caught up in the whole matchup thing. I know that it's ideal, particularly in certain situations, but you know, what happens if there's a batter that the right-hander that struggles against off-spin? There's lots of Australians who prefer the ball going away from them than they do coming back into them.
Oh, this is close. This is very, very close and given. And Naib flexes his bodybuilding muscles. Sumit Verma, 50 the other day, never looked set today. And it's the second batter for the Avengers gone for a duck.
Strange statement to make, but this just sounded out. It's clattered into the front pad and would have gone on to hit off stump. Played all around that Sumit Verma. Isn't it amazing what this game does? 50 in the previous, 0 in this one, 30 for 3.
The vintage bodybuilder celebration, the trademark from Gulbury Naib. As Tritraj Das will come in at number 5, 3 down already in the just outside the power play. Yeah, it's rare I disagree with you, H. I know you're talking about in terms of your surprise at the fact that Rohit Paudel winning the toss and choosing to bowl first. I think the floodlit games are kind of veering towards wanting to bat first, even though they got up last night thanks to that Bashir Ahmed masterclass, the Kings. But I think in the day game, if you're going to get anything, it might be early. And the Avengers have shown that here. It's a slightly earlier start as well on the Saturday, because the doubleheaders during the week, we go 11:45. It's not even 11:45 yet. We start at 11:15. So just any kind of assistance you might get are going to be in these first 6-7 overs. And I think the combination, I know a couple of the wickets have gone to spin, but he's kind of swinging the ball. And that one there, I thought from Nabe, it actually swung through the air. Yeah, so for me, slightly split box, maybe for the first time. I agree on most things, but I backed the decision to bowl first.
I didn't say I didn't. I said I'm surprised because the majority of the results over the last week have gone to the side batting first. You can't argue with the decision now. It's working out his way.
I think the irony is, I don't know what he said at the toss, because I was up in the crowd just getting ready for the studio. I think Kushal Bertel probably would have batted. 7 ball, 30 for 3. Rossington, 23 not out. He's the key now. I'm not sure if it was due to our criticism of it the other day, but Rohit Paudel, who did not bowl this man until the 17th over, I think it was, in the Lions' defeat in their last game, brings Tilak Raj Bandari, his leg spinner, on now in the 8th. Much more like it. Back your X-Factor players, back your wrist spinners, and get them into the game.
Ball, Macang, Macang. Good stuff here, boys. Good stuff here, boys.
They do have Jimmy Neesham up their sleeves. And I'd expect Neesham probably being next at number 6.
Good work, good work. Good bowling, good bowling.
We're just talking about the fact that Bertel might have batted first in the win, their first win of the season. He was the bravest captain there's been this season because he was the first to book the trend. Match 14 after 13 captains bowling first. He didn't get any runs himself, but it was effective for the win for the Avengers. Problem is today, Sumit Verma, who made 50, and Dinesh Karel, who made 38, they've combined for 7 runs between them today. I think today's got to be the day that Neesham steps up. He hasn't had the best season with the bats. He's still found a way to impact games, particularly with that catch. He needs to go big.
And quickly. He's going to have to go big and very quick. Because if you fancy chasing, well, the captain would have, that means the captain thinks that the surface is good.
Go, hit. Hit it.
Get through for the quick single comfortably enough, despite the direct hit. It also gives Rohit Paudel a chance here with the 2 right-handers just knocking it around. I would expect Tilak, the leg spinner, and Abhishes, the left-arm spinner, to bowl in tandem here and get through their overs before the threat of Neesham comes to the crease.
That's something that teams are always very aware of. If the scoreboard's going nowhere, you want your fielders and your bowlers to get through the overs quickly.
Googly into the back of the hand as Rossington works it away. These overs 6 to 15, or actually let's focus on particularly 6 to 11. They seem to kind of have their own rhythm and tempo. It can make or break an innings.
Two more wickets here, boys. Come on, lads. Acha.
Yeah, I think it depends really on, again, situation of the game. I mean, if you're none down or you one down, I think batters are still very aggressive. But if you've lost a few in the power play, you need to get a little bit deeper in the innings. Oh no, bowled him around his legs. Too far across and they fall deeper, deeper into trouble.
Well, he's exposed his stumps and he's paid the price. And this is why you get your wrist spinner into the game early. They make things happen. I think he's a very talented young bowler. Different kind of bowler to Alamachani. He's flat, skids it on, and Raj Das, no impact at all. He's gone for one. It's 33 for 4. Well, we were speculating about this man. He is hugely popular in Nepal. I'd make a call that I think he's the most popular overseas cricketer we've ever had here in the Nepal Premier League. I'd include Shikhar Dhawan in that. I'd include Faf du Plessis, who's due to get in very shortly. We all love Jimmy Neesham here because he loves Nepal, and well, he owes his team some runs, to be frank. He's had impact with the ball and in the field, but he's got to get a score today. And in fact, this partnership has to do something to completely change this innings because the Avengers are going nowhere. Well bowled movement both ways now from Gulbadeen Naib. Okay, Jess, I think you're down pitch side. Who have you got with you?
That's right, I am. I'm joined by Ishwar GC, the owner of the Lumbini Lions. Ishwar, an excellent day for the Lions so far. Beautiful sunny day as well. How are you finding it so far?
Yeah, really good day. Like, you know, we are having very good, like, in the morning. And thank you so much, Jace. I think you are the luckiest one. Yeah.
Always taking the wickets when I'm down by the boundary.
that's the things, you know.
And, you know, how have you adopted the role as team owner? And what would that look like for you?
Well, the thing is that, you know, not only me, all the franchise owners, they are really pleased and they are really happy to lead the, you know, all the franchise clubs. And even me, the win and loss, this is a part of the game. But the main thing is that how, you know, you are leading the club and how you are helping to, you know, entire cricket fraternity. That is the main thing. So I'm really happy, I'm pleased with my team, and I'm leading accordingly.
Excellent. And where do you hope to see the Lions grow and develop to over the years to come?
Over the years or this year?
Over the years, in the future.
Hopefully we'll play the good cricket and we'll make a very good foundation and very good team. And in this year as well, we hope that we'll come back, you know, we'll do some bounce back and we'll do some good, you know, good result also. Yeah.
And the NPL so far has had an excellent response. It's been such a successful league to date. The crowds obviously coming in numbers. As an owner, how nice is that for you to see?
It's pleasant. It's pleasant. Like, you know, we are, you know, we are the witness of this ground since very long. And now, you know, they are enjoying here. It's a lot for us. They are enjoying and their passion. It's, you know, it's telling us how important cricket is for them. Yeah, so we are really happy for that, and I'm not only the owner, I'm only one of the fans as well, so I can feel this.
Big Lions fan yourself.
Yeah.
And you know, for the young players, there's a lot of talk around the development of the younger talent in Nepal, but how nice has that been to see for them to be exposed to such a platform?
Yeah, this is the main thing. Like, NPL is contributing a lot for, you know, those players who are in remote areas or who are just learning, right? You can just see that our, you know, young talented, they are playing very nicely. For an example, that Abhishek and Tilak, there are some other players in other teams as well. So this will really, you know, create a dream for them, right? So the NPL is not only one tournament. this is one foundation and this is one institution, right? So we are contributing from our own side as a, one of the major stakeholders. So I think this NPL is going to be a crucial and going to be a very strong foundation to development of the cricket in Nepal.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for chatting to us, and all the best for you and the team.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Back to comms.
Thank you, Jess. Amen to that. I do enjoy the fact that even the owners have cottoned on to the fact that Jess seems to be a wicket magnet during her flash interviews.
Well, the Avengers would have been holding their breath there. They've got away with it. There was a shout.
I do love the usage of social media here. It's almost always in kind of good heart, good spirit, good fun. And we've seen a lot of talk about Jess's magnetic ability to make the wickets fall. Might have been bowled, 35 for 4. Well, this was a brilliant initiative this year. The Omaro Jaku NPL Trophy Tour. It went to all 7 of the provinces, all the way from Sudar Prashim out in the far west, out to Biratnagar in the far east. And look at the numbers of people that got involved. And it's an iconic trophy. And the number of people that turned out, we heard stories of people in incredibly rural areas. There's Binod Bandari there, that was out in Sudar Prashim. Travelling hours to come and see the trophy, and it's helped build the hype up for this year's competition, where it's approaching fever point. And after last night's thriller, this season's only going to get better and better as we're into the second half of it now, because this is match 17 of 32.
Certainly getting closer and closer to finding out who are, I'm not going to say top 4, I'm going to say top 2. You know, those positions, so important, positions 1 and 2, because you have that match that sees who goes straight through to the final and who has another chance playing against the winner of 3 and 4 on the table.
Do you see any way in which somebody can penetrate the top 2 that looks very, very much like being the Royals and the Kings, as Rohit Powell acknowledges the crowd?
The Royals are taking on the Bolts. The Bolts haven't won a game yet, so I think if they go to 5, then they're away. The Royals, they're in that top 2. I don't think the Kings are there just yet. You know, the Gawkers and the Rhinos, they've certainly got match winners within their sides. But that was a massive win for the Kings last night in a game that I don't think a lot of us saw them getting there. What an innings from Bashir Ahmed.
69 off the last 5. Remarkable. Really, really remarkable. Okay, it's going to get us to the halfway stage of the first innings, so it comes to that time. It is time now for the expert strategic timeout. The Avengers 38 for 4. Do love this time of the day, and we get it 4 times on doubleheader days. It's the halfway stage, and in the expert strategic timeout, the DJ gets the tunes going, and the crowd respond in kind. And that atmosphere yesterday evening, oh, it was quite unforgettable, breathtaking. There was goosebumps in the commentary box. There was tears from Bashir Ahmed, and a dedication to his mother. And an evening we won't forget, as that ends the strategic timeout. But with the fans, of course, it's not just those here in the crowd. Those can watch around the world too on the Dish Home Go official OTT streaming platform of the Nepal Premier League 2025. We've received messages from every corner of the globe from people downloading the app and subscribing. So I want to thank everyone for watching on that. Also down in Star Sports in India, where my co-commentator comes from, Fazal Khalil. Have you had messages from people in India tuning in and saying, what is this going on up in Nepal?
Plenty of messages. They're enjoying the Nepal Premier League, just seeing the international flavor in the tournament as well. Augurs really well for Nepal Premier League. That lots of people in the Indian subcontinent are watching this tournament as well. And with the support of the BCCI, the Cricket Association of Nepal do send a team, or did send a team in the last month. That'll be a wide to just go and practice at the Centre of Excellence at Bangalore. So all things bright and beautiful for Nepal cricket.
Feels like we're reaching a tipping point, doesn't it? Not just for cricket in Nepal, but for the associate game.
Oh, nice bowling,
And so much credit needs to go to the ICC and to the Asian Cricket Council in this part of the world for the pathways and the opportunities that they've been giving men, women, youth teams, emerging teams. Short, hammered. And hammered all the way for 6. Another one dropped in the crowd, but Rossington bursts to life.
Well, it doesn't matter that it's the shorter side. It just went the distance, didn't it? It was 61 meters, the boundary there. On the western side of the ground, just dropping that one short and gleefully accepted by Adam Rossington. It was the wrong un and dealt with the utmost severity.
I think he's a very, very talented wrist spinner, Darcy Shorts, but he has a propensity to either bowl one very poor over or a couple of very bad balls per over. I understand that, bowling it myself. It's the hardest art, it's the darkest art, it's the most difficult thing to do in our sports. Problem is, all the momentum had been with the Lions, so you just wonder, will particularly Neesham now look to go downtown and make this a big over?
Well, he's got the ability to break loose at any given point in time, does Jimmy Neesham. He just needs to bide his time there and play for those last 5 or 6 overs, Andrew. We saw how Bashir Ahmed did it last evening. That's the way to go about doing it. One needs to get settled on this pitch. It's not easy for a batsman to walk in there and get 6s and 7s. So you need to stay there, assess the situation, the bounce, the pace or lack of it on this pitch, and then enjoy yourself.
He does go downtown, but there's a fielder there, and it's over his head. And the 50 comes up in some style. Short thought this was a chance, but Neesham had the power to muscle it over the rope. It's 52 for 4. Biggest over the innings, and the Avengers don't just need 2 or 3 of those, they need plenty of them. Reminder, they were inserted to bat first by Rohit Paudel, who won the toss. They did not get anything going in the first half, with 2 quality ball strikers at the crease. Can they rescue this innings with the 5th wicket partnership? Going to turn to the leg spinner. Tilak will come in for his second. He didn't get all of this, Nisham. Did he think this was going to go all the way?
Well, we saw him playing a shot like that in the previous game. This time, little bit more in the center. Lucky, very lucky that it's a 63-meter hit down the ground and a little exchange, a little lip service between the two. I think they know each other really well. A little banter is good for the game, as long as it doesn't cross that line of decency.
Worked nicely into the gap. Should get a couple. Powdle does well. Gets some help. I wonder, was this half a chance? But he would have had to get the dive in, Naib. But from this angle, just get a look at Naib's positioning here at long off.
Just floated that one up and just take a look at Naib. But it's always going away from him, Andrew. Let's not be too hard on the poor kid, Gulbuddin Naib. He could have stretched his hands out, but I don't think he would have got a touch to it.
It was like a goalkeeper watching it past the outside of their post.
Over the post.
I just wonder, was that maybe half a chance if he got the dive in? Difficult. I'm not saying he necessarily would have even held on to it, but maybe prevent the maximum at least.
Well, I think the effort there was missing. If he had just perhaps lunged at the ball, one would have said that he did commit to the catch.
Starting to warm to the task is Nisham, but Powdle, well, he's one of 3 or 4 fielders here in this country that is as good as you'll see on any ground around the world, and that's a fantastic piece of work. 3 runs saved.
Well, I think this would work for Jimmy Neesham with the leg spinner in operation, the ball coming into him. Well, probably just the medicine that Jimmy Neesham needs, just that injection of a little bit of form, which that'll be a wide. Well, I really reckon that the leg spinner bowling to Jimmy Neesham will be playing up his alley.
And you got to remember Neesham's record in this competition. Well, it's rather remarkable. The highest strike rate in the history of the comp, the highest 6-hitter in the history of the comp, as we see Powdle's brilliant fielding again. Every metric you look at, he goes bigger and better than anyone. And even in this particular phase of the game, he's got the highest strike rate too, between the overs of 7 and 15, and also against spin. So whatever the metric, Neesham, top of the charts.
Certainly top of the charts, but a little off the boil really in this competition so far. Rossington will just turn the strike over and keep it. 12 done, 58 for 4.
We're being treated to some of the most beautiful sights you could imagine. There was, I think it was 2 evenings ago, there was a beautiful golden hue to a sunset with some clouds, and that went completely viral online. Some asking, is this the most picturesque cricket ground anywhere in the world? And I tell you, when the visibility's like this, it's right up there. Now, last night, I begged and I prayed for a thriller. We were given it. How good was this man? He's the talk of the nation today.
Well, the one thing that I liked is the way he constructed the innings. He didn't start by going bang, bang right from the get-go, even though wickets were falling around him. But he played some really exquisite shots. He was in complete control, and then some real captaincy errors as well led to that fine win for the Viratnagar Kings. In the end, they deserved to win that game, the Kings. It was more a case of the team losing the game rather than the team winning the game.
Well, Bashir the Brave, he is mercurially talented. He really is. And for me, I think we saw 2 of the great innings in Nepal Premier League history yesterday. John Simpson in game 1 of the day, and then that was match 15, and then in match 16, Bashir Ahmed, it was 69 off 5 overs they required. They were nowhere to be seen. Credit to Narayan Joshi too, who played his role. But for Ahmed, what a story. Comes from such a humble background. Born down near the border with India in a place, a very small village called Kapilvastu, and comes from really from a very, very humble background. When he first started playing cricket, he didn't really have access even to his own bats and playing kits. And I loved his attitude. Mikhail asked him last night, are you now thinking about a T20 World Cup? He said, that's not my job. My job is to score runs. That is up to the selectors, up to God. And he has a great attitude, and there is something very special about him. I saw him first down in Bhairawa in 2021, and I couldn't understand why he wasn't in the mix in terms of national team selection. Made his debut the following year. Always been thought of more of as an ODI player, but that's what this Nepal Premier League offers. Opportunity for players to show themselves on a higher stage and show their real potential.
I really like the way he told Mikhail that it's not his problem. His problem is to get the runs. I've also observed that a lot of these players, the more successful they get, the more humble they get. And that's a good sight. But I really like the way he orchestrated the win. He was like the perfect Pied Piper for the Kings. And wickets falling all around him. He really constructed that innings well.
Here's the Omodo and Jakku, new Jakku J5. It's an electric vehicle, of course, and they are going to donate 25,000 rupees to education for every match hit up on the J5 podium. Come on, guys, hit some up there. I think that's new. Only hearing that now. Good to hear. Powdle has got the best fielders in the key zones. Sandeep Jor is out in that hot zone. Great over from Nabe. 3 overs for 8. 61 for 4. Love to see the beautiful Nepal flag up in the crowd. Plenty of fans trying to find a way to convince Maidea to be the coolest fan of the day, to win that air conditioning unit. We're giving that away each and every game as well. Shermala, he's been excellent. Here he comes for his 4th. Now Rossington, he's got to 40 off 44. He's anchored it nicely, particularly with the wickets falling around him. How does he kick on from here?
Well, that's what Bashir Ahmed did really well yesterday. He was in the 90s when he started off, and then it's now to the end. If Rossington lasts that long, he needs to go at about 140, 160, and then he would have taken that team to a good score. But he can't get out now and leave the team in the lurch. So it's from 44 deliveries that he's played. His strike rate is 90, almost 91. But if he plays another 15 deliveries from here, he's got to go at about 160. That's when they'll get that score.
Yeah, I agree with that. The only thing I'll say in his defence at the same time, as he gets this straight down the ground. Oh, I think he's going to get 4 here, because Trumpelman has made a bit of a meal of it, and that's going to help him start to get that strike rate moving in the right direction. A boundary to the big man.
Well, yes, this is exactly what I meant. If we see the great cricketers playing at T20, it's not the first 20 balls that they score off. It's the next 20 or 25 balls that they get the run. So you'll see 100 of 40 or 45 deliveries, and that makes all the difference.
Yeah, the only thing I was going to say is he groans in frustration. He's disappointed with the way in which he's played that. You look at it, and you look at the other batters who've been dismissed. Carell gone for 7, Bertel, Golden Duck, Sumit Verma, 5th ball duck, he never looks settled, and Trit Raj gone for 1. He's had no support out there.
Well, he's got the support now in Jimmy Neesham, so the more he stays there and scores run, makes it easy for Jimmy Neesham to unleash himself. There it is, a boundary, and all of a sudden 11 runs or 4 deliveries. Now is the time when they need to kick on with the big Jimmy Neesham there and adding Adam Rossington on 45 or 46. This is the time where they really need to step up a gear.
And the pressure is just starting to come on to the Luminiferous Lions, because I thought they fielded quite well up to this point, but of all people, it's Rohit Powdell. By his standards, he'd expect to stop that 9 times out of 10. And Neesham slumps to his knees, such is his frustration at missing out there. He can't believe what he's done. It's the end of Mala's spell. 2 for 23 for him, 72 for 4. I tell you something, the DJ, we need him back next year. Picking all the right songs. Pari, Tio, Dada, Maheri, Gam, Lago, Romelo. I did okay, I think, there.
You did a lot better than I would have done, for sure. Well, we've got some good scorers in the commentary box with us, just letting us know how the tunes are played out.
Yeah, team effort up here, thanks to our boys up in the box. Even our producer, attaboy Abby, he's staying with us. I don't know what day we're on, day